Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Aman Codes. In today's episode, we are going to discuss about third conditional statement, that is if elif else statement. In previous episode, we are discussed simple if statement and if else statement, right? In order to overcome the problems that are present in simple if and if else, we are going to use this if elif else statements. Let's see the syntax first. If test condition 1. If test condition 1, indentation symbol, after that indentation symbol, one tab space, after that we have to mention block of statements 1. For first test condition 1, we have to mention here block of statements 1. Next, elif test condition 2, indentation symbol, after that block of statements 2. Like that, test condition 3, block of statements 3, up to n test conditions we can put in elif, and we can mention here so block of statements n. So elifs we can declare up to n. So here after the elif we have else indentation symbol. So for this else we have to mention here else block of statements. So after this else block of statements we have to mention other statements that are present in the program. So try to understand the flow of this syntax. See here, it is going to come here. If test condition 1, this test condition 1 is going to be true, then it is going to execute this block of statement and going to other block of statements that are present in the program, other statements that are present in the program. If this test condition is going to be false, then it is not going to execute this block of statements. It is going to check here elif. So if test condition is true, then it is going to execute this block of statement, and next it is going to execute other statements that are present in the program. If this test condition true is also false, then it is going to another elif. Next, third test condition. It is true, then it is going to execute here block of statements 3 and going to execute other statements that are present in the program. If this test condition also false, then it is going to another elif. The test condition n elif is true, then it is going to execute block of statement n and it is going to execute other statements that are present in the program. So if all elif conditions are false, flow is directly going to else block and it is going to execute else block statements. After executing the else block statements, it is going to execute other statements which are present in the program. So this is a flow of if elif else statements. So let's see the explanation about this if elif else statement. If test condition 1 is true, then PVM executes block of statement 1 and other statements. What I said here, test condition 1 is true, it is going to execute block of statement 1, and after executing this block of statement 1, it is going to execute other statements which are present in the program, right? If test condition 1 is false and if test condition 2 is true, then PVM executes block of statement 2 and other statements also. So here, if test condition false and test condition 2 is true, then it executes block of statements 2 and it is going to execute other statements which are present in the program. So this process will be repeated until all test conditions are evaluated. Like this, how many test conditions we have in here? That many test conditions are going to be evaluated. So after test conditions evaluated and all the test conditions are false, then PVM is going to execute else block of statement and other statements which are present in the program. If all these test conditions are false, then PVM executes else block and next executes other statements. So this is about this point. So writing else block is optional. So this else block is optional block. Writing else block is optional. So let's see a practical example regarding this if elif else statement. Now I'm opening PyChart. See here. So I'm going to create a new file. So problem statement is like this. Program to tell given input is 0, positive or negative. Let's see how we can do this thing. So I'm going to create an object called val. Here I'm going to declare like this. Float input, enter a number. So whatever the user entered, I'm going to keep the data in conditional statement. So if test condition, the test condition is like this, val greater than 0, then it is going to print like this, print of 0. That number is positive number. Come here, see the syntax. I have declared this block, right? If block. So now I'm going to declare elif block. See here, in elif block, I'm going to declare test condition. Val is less than 0. The entered number is negative number. So negative number we are going to declare here symbol. See here, negative, right? If the number is not a positive, the number is not a negative, then the number should be like this, right? Else print it is equal to 0. So entered number is equals to 0, right? So after this, I'm going to mention one statement, print of thanks for using this program. So see here, enter a number. I have entered 67. The output is 67.0 is a positive number. So after that, thanks for using the program, right? So if I execute once again, I'm trying to give the number called minus 98. Then the output is negative number, right? And thanks for using this program. So if I re-execute, see here, if I entered 0, then 0 is equals to 0, right? Thanks for using the program we got as output. The entered value is greater than 0. So it is going to print this entered value is positive. After executing this if block, it is directly going to execute other statements that are present in the program, right? It is not going to check this condition. It is not going to check this condition. So see here, if the entered value is less than 0, see here, if it is true, then the entered value is negative number. It is going to be executed. After executing this else block, it is directly going to execute other statements which are present in the program, right? It is not going to execute this else block. So if you try to understand, so if you try to observe here, entered value is 0, then it is going to check this condition, it is false. Then it is going to check this condition, it is also false. Then we have only one thing, that is else. So that number is equals to 0. So after executing this else, other statements that are present in the programs, right? Try to understand our next example. So once observe here, so D is equals to int of input of enter a number. User will be entered a number. That number is going to stored in D. So if D is equals to 0, then the output should be like this, right? 0 is 0. So we are did this program in previous episode by using simple if else, right? Now we are going to do this program by using if elif else statement. See here, elif D is equals to 1, then trying to print that entered value is 1, right? Then again elif I want to use. Elif D is equals to 2, then entered value is 2, right? So after this, I want to declare like this. See here, elif entered value is 3, then print 3 is 3. Next, elif entered value 4, print 4 is 4. Next, like that 5. Elif entered value 5, print 5 is 5. Next, and elif entered value 6, print 6 is 6, right? Next, like that, elif entered value 7, then print entered value 7 is 7. So elif D is equals to 8, then output is going to be 8 is 8. Elif D is equals to 9, then the output should be 9 is 9, right? So mainly this program is for accepting any digit and displaying its name, right? Now, after this all test conditions, I'm going to declare one else block. See, else. So whatever you entered, that is an invalid, right? I'm going to use like this, print invalid input. After this else block, I'm going to print like this, print off like this. Here, I'm going to declare like this, thank you for using this program. Now I'm trying to execute, see here. So entered a number, I have entered a number called 3. Then 3 is a 3, right? Thank you for using this program. So observe the execution here come when D is going to be store the entered value 3. So D is equals to 3 here declared. If D is equals to 0, this is false, no, right? D is equals to 1, it is also false. Then it is going to come here D is equals to, it is also false. Then it is not going to execute these blocks. It is going to come here. Next, D is equals to 3. Yes, true. It is going to execute this block. And after executing this block, it is directly going to execute other statements which are present in the program. That is the reason we got output as thank you for using the program, right? So I am going to enter a number called 10. Then input is invalid. See, invalid input. Thank you for using this program. At one position, if we got it true, then it is going to execute this block. After that, it is not going to check these conditions. So observe here, by using simple if statement, it is going to check all the conditions. Then only we are going to get an output, right? This is an drawback. If you come to if else, then see here, if we got result here, it is not going to check else part. So, but it is going to use more memory, right? Here 35 lines is required in if else. Here 22 lines is required. Program has low performance and this program has more time complexity. So overcome these two drawbacks, we are using this program. See here, so whenever it is true, it is going to execute here. After we are getting the result, it is not going to verify these test conditions. It is directly going to execute remaining statements that are present in our program. So like that, see here, it is also efficient program. See, 25 lines is going to be required. So this is the main advantage by using this if elif else statement. In order to store the program in less memory, in order to improve the performance of the program, we are using this if elif else statement. So try to observe this flow chart of this if elif else statement. So the entry is here. It is going to check the test condition. If the test condition is true, then it is going to execute block of statements 1. After that, it is directly going to execute other statements which are present in the program. If this test condition is going to be false, then it is going to check other test condition. If that is true, it is going to execute and it is going to execute other statements. If that is also false, then it is going to check like that up to n conditions. How many conditions that program contains, it is going to check that many conditions. If it is true, executes and executes remaining statements. So all the test conditions are false, then it is going to execute else block of statements and then it is going to execute other statements which are present in the program, right? So this is all about flowchart for if elif else statement. So in today's episode we are discussed about if elif else statement. That's all for today's episode. I hope you all understand. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Aman Codes. Thank you so much for watching.